So, good afternoon to all of you. So, I welcome you all for the afternoon session class. So today, I will be discussing few important topics in your module 5. So, this is the last module. So, I will be sharing the notes to you of module 5. So, the theory parts, I will not be covering that part. So, only the problems what you are going to get in the module 5, those topics I will be discussing in the today's class. Fine. So, let us try to wind up the session. Okay. Right. So, the last module is all about your secondary storage structures. So this is one chapter in it, and the second chapter is all about the Linux operating system. Okay, so a brief introduction to that Linux operating system, its architecture. So you will be coming across in second chapter of module 5. So I will be sharing that notes to you. You can refer that particular thing. So in secondary storage, so we all know the different secondary storage devices, right? So we have come across many examples related to secondary storage devices. So one is your hard disk. So what you can able to see in your computer system, right? So that is one best example of secondary storage device, hard disk. Okay, so let us try to check the structure of your secondary storage device. There is one simple diagram is there for that. So I'll try to write that one. Hope the diagram is visible to you people. Okay, so that is the diagram of an hard disk. So in your system you will be having your hard disk, correct? So this is a hard disk which contains two disk plates. Okay, so okay, can you see this one? Now this is not a hard disk, this is just a CD. Okay, so like this kind of a disk plate you can able to see in your hard disk. So just want to make how it will look, that's why I brought this particular thing. Okay, so this is called as a disk plate. Can you see I have written here disk plates, correct? So like that, so your hard disk can have n number of disk plates like this. Okay, so they are merged, okay, like this. They have placed one above the another to form a cylindrical shape. So you can see this particular thing. Okay, I will just show it in a dotted line to you people. So that particular dotted line, you can see it look like a cylinder. Correct alwa? It looks like a cylinder like that. So many disk plates are placed one above the another in your hard disk to form that big capacity of storage as a hard disk. Okay. Now what are its other components? Antandre, there will be an ARM assembly present in your hard disk. Okay. So which will hold your read-write header. Okay, so your read-write header ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, you can see, can you see this particular thing, the circular symbols? Okay, so your read-write pointer will be moving on these particular cylindrical circles. Okay, that is, it is shown on your diagram also. Okay, those circles, can you see, those are called as tracks anta kariತೀವಿ. So hope you can able to see the tracks here. Okay, so you can see the circular fashions. You can observe that in any CD you want. The circular fashions, what you can see, those are called as the tracks in the curriculum. Okay, and also your tracks are again divided into smaller portions. Okay, so this is a smaller portion. You can say I have highlighted that. That is called as a sector in the curriculum. Okay, so there you are actually, the data will be stored in each and every sectors. Okay. Right, and your this is your read-write header. Can you see here? You can see the read-write header is also at the top surface of your disk and also at the bottom surface of the disk. So what does that indicate? Antandre, in your hard disk you can also write at the top surface of your disk as well as at the bottom surface of your disk anta artha. So that's why there are two read-write header present, one at the top and another at the bottom. So in both sides of your surface of your disk you can able to write anta artha. That's it. Okay, so that is what a general secondary storage device, that is a disk structure. If they ask, you can able to write this particular diagram and you can explain. Okay, and you can see at the center of your disk, so there is a called spindle. So that will be keep on rotating. Okay, your spindle will be rotating and your read-write head will be present like this. So as your disk rotates, your read-write pointer touches that surface. So when it touches the surface means it is writing something anta, or it may be accessing some data from your disk which is rotating anta. Okay, so you can see here, so your read-write pointer is pointing somewhere here, right? So it means at that particular track and at that particular sector, it is trying to write something on your disk or it is trying to read something from the disk. Okay, whenever it touches that particular surface of the disk. Clear? So that is how your hard disk will go into work when you are going to store something on it or when you want to read something out of it. Okay, the reading and writing both will be done by your read-write header. Okay, right. So that is what the thing you can able to write for your hard disk structure. Fine. Okay. So next we'll immediately come to the problems part here. What problems you can expect to be asked in this model in disk structure antandre, there is a concept called disk scheduling. Okay, we will try to see that one now. So hope this particular concept is understood to people. Structure of the hard disk. Fine. Okay, so next concept is disk scheduling. So we all come across the scheduling concept in your module 2, alwa. So we have learned process scheduling. So different algorithms we have learned in scheduling, correct? So scheduling is all about what? So giving some time for the process to execute. That's it. Okay. So each process will be given some time. A CPU will be pick up for one process and it will be executing that. That is called as scheduling. Now, what does disk scheduling ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ? So in disk scheduling, what happens? We all know we have a read-write header. Okay. So read-write header job is what? To move to the respective track and in a particular sector and write some data or read some data from it. That is what a read-write header will do. Okay. So to explain that concept, this is a diagram I have written. So this is your one surface of your disk. Okay. So I told the circles what you can see, those are called as what? Tracks. And the portion in that particular track is called as a sector. Okay, part of your track. Part of the track is called as sectors. Okay. Now disk scheduling, what it indicates antandre, so whenever you are performing scheduling, so you will be listing the set of blocks. Okay, every sector what you can see, we call them as a blocks in the correctly. Okay, every sector in your disk is considered as a one block where you are storing some information. Okay, so in disk scheduling problems, what we will do, we will try to list some block numbers. Okay, they will be giving you the block numbers. Okay, and they will give the current position of your read-write header. Okay, it will be presenting at some block number. Okay, now the block numbers what it is given in your problem, it is an indication that your read-write pointer has to go through all these blocks and whatever the blocks which are given in your problem, it has to go through all the blocks. So it may be for reading or it may be for the writing, not a problem with that. But while solving the problem, we have to show that our read-write pointer has to move through all these blocks. Okay, and what we have to calculate here antandre, how much distance it has covered when it is servicing all the given blocks. Okay, how many cylinders it has traveled and we have to calculate. That is what the problem in your disk scheduling. So let us understand that with one problem. Okay, how problems can be solved on disk scheduling. Okay. So the very first scheduling in your disk is FCFS scheduling. So I will take one example for you people. Okay, observe the problem. So this is the first disk scheduling problem, that is FCFS, first come first served disk scheduling algorithm. So here what they have given, first understand. So they have given the initial position of your read-write pointer. Okay, so that number is 53 means. So I told about the cylinders, correct? The circular part in your hard disk is called as a cylinder. Okay, so they are telling that your read-write pointer is at 53rd. That is a cylinder number. what they have given. Cylinder you can say, or you can call them as a blocks, not a problem. Okay, that is the current position of your read write pointer. It is at 53rd cylinder anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, and they have given some cylinder numbers or the block numbers like 98, 183, 37, 122, 14, 124, 65 and 67. So these are all the cylinder numbers or the block numbers you can say. Okay, what it is indicating that your read write pointer has to travel, has to move to all these cylinders, and that's what they are asking. And what is the what we have to determine here, and how many cylinders we have traveled in this particular journey, and we have to show that one. Clear? That is what the logic here. Now what algorithm we are applying antandre, we are applying FCFS algorithm, first come first served. Andre which cylinder is arrived to the queue first. So whatever the cylinder numbers I have written here, this is the order in which in the queue the cylinder numbers are stored. On the first cylinder number is 98, next is 183, next is 37, like that. Like that in our queue the cylinder numbers are stored on them. So our read write pointer has to move based on that particular order only. First it has to move to 98 cylinder, next it has to move to 183, next it has to move to 37, like that it has to travel your entire hard disk. That is called first come first serve. Clear with that? So let us try to solve that one. You please try to take it simultaneously in your book also. Okay, how to solve it. Okay, so just some one square box I have written. It is giving you an impression that I am writing an hard disk. It is a hard disk. So there are both ends of the disk I have written. One end of the disk, that is another end of the disk. And you can see the number I have written, number 0. That is a starting number. Okay, so what we have to do here is we have to list out all the numbers which are given in your problem. So which are the numbers given in your problem? So you have to write it in ascending order. Clear? Right? So which is the next number I have to write? Can you tell? Observe the numbers what I have written: 98, 183, 37, 122, 14, 126, 65, 67. Okay, which is the next number I have to write in the given square box?
14.
14, correct? So write that one. Next, after 14, which is the next number I have to write?
37.
37, right. Okay, next, after 37, which is the next number I have to write?
53.
53, correct. Okay, next, after 53, which is the next number I have to write?
65.
65. Next.
67.
Next.
Next. 98. $122.
Next.
124.
Next.
183.
Okay. So what are the cylinder numbers which are given in your problem? All those numbers we have listed in the diagram. Okay. So what is your problem says? What is the initial position of the read write pointer?
53.
53. Okay, I have put a one dot at that particular position. So that is the current position of the read write pointer. Okay. Now, which algorithm we are applying here?
FCFS.
FCFS. So FCFS means which is the first cylinder in your given problem. So to that cylinder, our read write pointer has to move. Which is the first cylinder number given here?
98.
98. So from 53, you have to make a move to which cylinder number? 98. Let me show you how it is. Can you see? From 53, I have moved to 98. Okay. So what was the distance? You have to make a note of that one also. Okay. 98 minus 53 is 2.
45.
So we have to add all these things at the last. So that's why I'm making a note of that. Means how much distance it has traveled. So how much distance it has traveled? 43. That's it. Okay, next. Which is the next cylinder number we have to travel?
183.
180. So next I have made a move from 98 to 183. So what is the distance? 183 minus 98. How much?
85.
Next. Which is the next cylinder we have to travel?
37.
Do the same thing. 183 minus 37. ಎಷ್ಟು? 183 minus 37, how much?
146.
Okay. Next, which is the next cylinder we have to move?
122.
So what is the distance? 122 minus 37. How much?
85.
85. Next, which is the next number? Cylinder number?
14.
14. So what is the distance? 122 minus 14.
108.
Okay. Next, which is the next cylinder number?
124.
What is its distance? 124 minus 14. ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ?
110.
Next, which is the next cylinder?
65.
65. Okay, 124 minus 65, how much?
59.
Next, which is the last cylinder?
67.
67, right. So from 65 to 67 we have moved, correct? How much it is?
2.
2. Correct. Now you have to add all those things. Add ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. So how much you will get? So this is how you have to solve the problem. So they will be giving you the cylinder numbers and they will be giving you the initial position of the read write pointer, and you have to keep on moving from one cylinder to another cylinder using FCFS, first come first served. Okay, add ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. 45 plus 85 plus 1, 46 plus 85. What is the total value?
640.
So what is your answer? The number of cylinders it has traveled is how much? 640 cylinders. So that is the answer for your problem. Okay. So in your exam, they will be giving like this. They will be giving a set of cylinder numbers and they will be asking you to apply one scheduling algorithm, and they will be asking you to find out how many number of cylinders your read write pointer has traveled anta keltare. Okay, so using your FCFS scheduling algorithm, how many cylinders we have traveled? It is 640 cylinders we have traveled anta artha. So is it clear to all of you? Hope it is understood to all of you. Artha aita ellarigu? Anybody is having a doubt here? Very simple problems like this kind of a problems you can expect in the last module. Okay, very simple, you can easily solve those things. Fine. So let us move further. Second one, same problem we will be solving, but the algorithms are different. That's it. Okay. Second one is SSTF, shortest. It is seek time first scheduling algorithm. Shortest seek time first scheduling algorithm. Now, what is the meaning of that? So, from the current position, okay. So you have given us the list of cylinder numbers from the current position of your hard disk. Which is the nearest cylinder you have to find out, and you have to travel to that cylinder number. Okay, that's why the name given here, shortest seek time first scheduling algorithm. So these are all the cylinder numbers they have given from 98 to 67. Okay, current position is given 53. Okay, now you have to find out from the cylinder number 53 which is the shortest. Find out and tell. Yav the shortest, whether 98 is the shortest or whether 37 is the shortest or nearest from 53. 98 minus 53 ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ, and 53 minus 37 ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವುದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ that cylinder we have to move. Please quickly solve and tell. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 98 minus 53 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
45.
Next 53 minus 37 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
16.
53 minus 37.
16.
Okay. So which is the shortest here?
37.
Distance is only 16, correct? So which cylinder is shortest now? 37th cylinder is the shortest anta artha. So we have to make a move from 53rd cylinder to 37, not 98. So that's how your shortest seek time first algorithm will going to work. Clear with that? So that's how you have to calculate and you have to solve the problem. Fine. So I will rub this particular part. Okay, so the initial position of the read rate pointer is 53. So from 53, I will be making a move to 37 because it is shortest distance. Okay. Next. Now, which is shortest from 37, which is near in your given set of cylinders? From 37, which is near? (37 to 98, 37 to 183, 37 to 14, 37 to 122, which is near to 37?
$14.
14 is near, correct? So we have moved from 37 to 14. See, simultaneously you write here also the distance calculations you have to make. So first we have made a movement from 53 to 37. Alva adana baribekali. 53 to 37. Next from 37 to 14. How much? 37 minus 14, how much?
23.
Huh?
23.
23. Okay, next. From 14, which is nearest? From 14, which is nearest? 183, 122, 124, 65, 67, 98. Which is nearest? From 14.
65.
How much? 65 minus 14?
51.
Next, which is nearest from 65?
67.
67 minus 65, it is 2, correct? Next, from 67, which is nearest?
98.
98 minus 67, how much?
31.
Next, from 98, which is nearest?
122.